Good morning, survivors. It's Angie, and today we're going to talk about narcissists and karma. 10 things you need to know. So let's get started. So one of the biggest questions that a lot of my clients ask me is, how is it that how is it that the narcissist never seems to be affected by karma? And it's interesting, that question. So let's talk about it. So all you have to do in order to realize why sometimes narcissists don't have bad karma coming at them is understand that the law of attraction is not based on a person's personality or a person's behavior so much as it's based on the vibration that they're sending out into the world. Okay, so some things, one of the reasons that they follow us empaths around so often is that we tend to be happy people. We tend to exude joy and have very strong emotions, and often very positive, strong emotions. And so at the beginning of a relationship, a lot of times the narcissist will grab onto you and kind of suck out your positive emotions. I know that sounds silly, but I've often compared it to the whole True Blood situation where you've got the fairies and the vampires, and the fairies smell really good to the vampires, and the fairies are easily, if a vampire eats a fairy, the vampire can walk in the light, but the fairy dies. So, interesting, right? Anyway, so that's, I think, part of the reason they have good karma is because they seek out people with highly positive emotions. So they kind of drain their victims of those positive emotions and kind of suck them into themselves almost, And then those feelings of guilt and shame and anger and all of these things, well, those are lower vibrating emotions. And so while the narcissist might occasionally feel them, narcissist is very often kind of fooling him or herself with the emotions that are going on. So then you've got your victims who often seem to have bad karma or feel like they have bad karma. Things don't go well for them, especially, they get discarded. Sometimes they find out they're homeless and all this other stuff. So when that happens, the victims are often because they're stressed out and because they do emote so highly. It's because they're so emotionally connected and drained at the same time. A lot of times they become negative and bitter and angry, and then more negative and bitter and angry things come into their lives. So the best thing that you can do if you are in a relationship with a narcissist, or you have been and you're still struggling, is to focus on what's good and not what's bad. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't control. Just like I told you the other day, every day think of 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself. That's a great way to start to change your vibration, especially if you do it every time you're having a struggle with something like that. So once the narcissist drains you and you're tired and you're exhausted and you're frustrated, you're depressed, you're angry, you're sad. So that explains why a lot of times the victims don't have positive experiences after they split up with a narcissist. But what I find interesting is a lot of times victims tell me that when they have finally gotten away, they can suddenly manifest again. And so I think it's because literally the narcissist is literally draining them of all of their positive energy. So okay, that explains why the narcissistic supply often feels like they have bad karma. But why does the narcissist have such good karma sometimes, or seemingly good karma? Doesn't karma ever kick the narcissist's ass? Well, here's the key. The victim has been taught to believe that they're not worth anything by the narcissist and potentially any narcissistic adults that were in their life when they were children, which often is the case when you have a narcissistic spouse or loved one that you're in a romantic relationship with. So a lot of narcissists, because they don't feel any sort of remorse or guilt or shame, they pretty much stay in a positive vibrational space. But of course, when you do finally leave and go away, there are cases where karma does kick the narcissist in the face, but it's not as often because narcissist emotions are not normal or healthy. Does that make any sense? See, the thing is that narcissists, they have this thing where they are incredibly, when they get a new supply, okay, so once they hook you and they realize that they've got you and you're in, and you're part of their deal now. Once they do that, they often get bored and move forward and start looking for their next source of supply. You may not know it, but it's happening. And so whether that's a romantic supply or not, let's say it's a romantic supply, okay? So they find another source of supply, and what happens is that they go through those feelings of being in love again. They feel like the same sorts of feelings that normal people feel when they're in love, and the same kind of chemicals are released in their body. Y'all know love is the most powerful thing in the universe. So if a narcissist even has pseudo-love, they can often reap the karmic benefits, so to speak, which is outrageous if you think about it. But that's the thing about the universe, is that it's neutral. It doesn't know good from bad. It just knows vibrations. So what you can do is vibrate higher yourself and do everything that you do in love, whether it's for the narcissist or not. Meaning you don't have to only love, you have to love yourself, is my point. So because the narcissist has a high need for stimulation and excitement and things like that, they're often vibrating on a higher level during that time. So, you know, when they go off and they cheat on you and they find a new supply, or they get a new job, or they do anything that they feel real excited about, that's exactly the time when you're going to see that things seem like they turn up for them and turn down for you. And of course, the narcissist will increase the pressure on you in order to ensure that your life sucks even harder, while they try to pretend like their life is perfect. And, you know, there is something to be said for that fake it till you make it thing. So if you wanted to take yourself from being a victim to being a survivor and a thriver, one of the best ways you can do that, like I said, is to focus on your own vibration. Focus on what you can do to make your life better without stressing about how you can break the narcissist. Because, my friend, you could break the narcissist, but is that going to benefit you in any way? No, it's not. It's just going to make your karma bad, like we talked about in the video yesterday, where we talked about getting revenge on a narcissist. It doesn't work. It might work for a minute. It might be remotely satisfying for a minute, but the second you get the chance to move away from it and realize what's happened, you're probably not going to feel any better, and guess what? Bad karma. So get yourself together. Don't allow the fact that the narcissist seems to have such a charmed life be your reason for staying. Don't allow yourself to stay because you want to be the one to break up. Don't allow yourself to stay because, you know, you think you can fix him or her, or because you think that life can get better with a narcissist. Because the fact is, it doesn't. It's always going to be the same. They don't change. Like I said, it's a brick wall. It's like a narcissist is a brick wall. Okay? And if you're hitting yourself up against a brick wall, you're hitting yourself in the head on the brick wall, you're doing all these things, your head will get bruised and broken and bloody, and you might even die. But the narcissist / wall, it won't change. It's the same deal. Feel me? All right. I'm going to wrap it up for today. I'm kind of running a little late this morning. I've got lots of appointments with clients today, and got to get my young lady to school. So have a wonderful day. I will see you later with another video, and I hope everything is perfect for you today. As always, thank you for letting me be part of your life and a part of your day. I'd love to hear your thoughts on karma and narcissists. And if you know of any stories where a narcissist has had karma bite him in the ass, let me hear about it, because, you know, she's a bitch. We call her karma. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day.